welcome back. We've got another top 5 for you today. Might be an interesting topic for people who are thinking about setting up their own business. I know I think it's, especially these days, people really are a little bit more entrepreneurial, right?
Yeah.
I think it's a common thing for people to want to run their own business. So we're going to talk about the top 5 things we've learned from running our own recruitment business.
Number one is cash flow. So for a lot of recruiters out there, they're thinking about opening their own recruitment business.
Yeah.
And probably you're a manager, you're a director, so you do manage people, you are probably running a P&L. It's very different, running a business on a P&L and actually running on a cash flow basis, right?
Yeah,
That's a very different thing. So I think, main thing is really like understanding, again, when the money comes in and when the money goes out is not as easy as people think.
Yeah, I mean, I think in Japan it's a little bit easier in some ways because the cash flow is a bit more predictable.
Yeah.
Right? People pay on time.
And they do pay, actually.
They do pay. It's not like when I was running a business in England and
you gotta change. You gotta change.
So I think in Japan it's a little bit easier, but it is a consideration, especially for that first 6 months. If you want to start a business with employees, you've really got to consider when they're going to make a placement, what average payment terms are, when that money's going to come in, how you're going to pay the salaries, all that kind of stuff is totally important. So number 2, this is something we've spoken about in a few videos, but it is something we kind of relearned again, which is you've got to be prepared for the grind and you've got to kind of enjoy it, actually. As we said, we started with 4 people sat in a room. Now we're a pretty decent sized company. You're never going to get there without the grind, and I think that's just something for wannabe entrepreneurs. I think a lot of people have that kind of get rich quick mentality, which is
the glamour, the champagne,
the Ferraris,
Yeah.
which is great, but it's so rare to be able to do that without a little bit of grind. In whatever field you want to start your own business in, there's going to be a point where you've got to work hard and put the time in, and we knew that was coming.
Yep.
But we kind of learned again that is totally essential if you want to have a successful business.
It's a long-term game. The success comes after many, many, many days of hard work, like we experience ourselves. So just be prepared for it, and I think, as Matt said, you have to enjoy it. Like sometimes you work really long days. I think it's really important to do it with people that you like, and people you have fun with, and work doesn't feel like going to work. You actually have a good time when you go to work, and that's really, really important, I think.
Unless you're like a TikTok sensation and you just blow up overnight and make like billions, then there's no grind in that.
No, but I think it's probably not going to be us.
Probably not. So number 3, the thing we learned is that, I think this is key to any business, but when you've got your own business, it kind of matters more because everything's so personal. I think staff turnover, you really got to keep it low. I think the amount of effort and energy and passion you put into running your own business, the people you hire are in it with you. They become almost a bit like a family, right?
Yeah.
And really, it can really hit you hard if you do have high staff turnover, especially if you want a high growth business. There's no way you can grow quickly if you have high staff, if you have high turnover. So it's something we had our eye on from the beginning, and it's linked to the culture of the business that you want to create. So we really learn, I think, even more so than before, the importance of keeping people happy, getting everybody motivated, everybody on the same page, and it's really
it starts with hiring the right people, I think, in the first place. I think we are extremely selective, I think, about the kind of people that we bring into the business. But after we bring people into the business, we 100% committed to them. We really try to create the best possible environment for them to be successful. So number 4 is, this is not sexy at all. It's taxes. It's taxes. In Japan in particular, you pay a lot of taxes running your own business. Basically, you have corporate tax, you got VAT, consumption tax. You have social insurance, health insurance. I could go on like forever, I think, on the amount of money we pay on taxes. But just be prepared for it because sometimes you get some pretty some pretty, you know, big bills coming through the door by the government. So
Some really big ones, yeah.
so just bear in mind that, you know, like running a business is really expensive, you know, and you have to be prepared when, you know, the taxman comes and knocks on your door.
Okay, the fifth thing we learned, I think, was just how much fun it is to run our own recruitment business. You know, we always say this, but we love recruitment anyway. But just running your own business and being so invested in it, it's fun. It's so much fun.
It's really cool. I mean, you can kind of do what you want, really. You know what I mean? And you can like really shape the culture, like even from the less, again, sexy part. You know, like all the operational side of things. You can kind of like develop it and, you know, design it. You know, it's really, really cool. And again, for us, it's really, you know, important if you can do it with people you like and, you know, you get along with. It doesn't feel like working, actually.